reality and there is what is being played in the gallery. If indeed, so when you look at it, me, I sit in both ends. I was raised in the village. I'm in the village every 2 weeks or every week because of my interaction with the people there. The people who sit online, on Twitter, in these cities, they may actually not feel how much we have over two different sects of people. And I can tell you, in every 10 young people, one person has the education of the people who are tweeting and the luxury and the comfort and the exposure of the people tweeting. 9 of them are still in the village hoping that they would land a job, they would land someone to sponsor them to get a good education, that they would get government recognize their talent, that they would get a leader who would come and open doors for whatever vision they have. So all these things are only happening to the one person out of 10. So the 9 are still left behind. I would really wish that when we are talking about all these things, we would actually see what is happening in the ground. If you go to Bungoma, for instance, and you focus on a YouTube live where people contribute 100 shillings, even if 1,000 people contributed that money. Of course, we only saw it for 5 minutes. In total sum, whatever was raised there would be less than 10,000. The monies that was used to mobilize that crowd, I can tell you, is nothing less than 2 million. So this is the thing that I want to ask, is that I think the focus that you're placing is on the actual shillings that were collected, as opposed to the symbolism of the fact that the people of Kenya might be... It's the symbolism that I have the problem with. So why do you have a problem with the symbolism? Because it's not the truth. The people who were in Bungoma, the pictures that we saw were not manufactured. Those were not people who were tweeting. Those were actual human blood-thumping bodies in those villages. I'm going to talk about villages because that's what you brought up. Yes. Those were the people, they were there and they were banking on a hope. The thing that brings people out into the street from the village is hope. And that's what we're talking about. And that's why I come back to my question, is it a scary thought to imagine that the people of Kenya still have hope and still say that it's possible and want to give it another go and say, perhaps this is the guy who could do this? Is that a scary thought? I would be scared if Sifuna would have gone with his one vehicle that he uses, gone there or landed in a donkey the same way he says. No oomph, no lagis, no noise. People are not mobilized. Border people are not mobilized to bring people to the city. People are not given money to come and hand over in those kasukus and say they are contributing. I would be scared. But because I know what is happening, saying that that's manufactured. So you're saying the people whole thing is manufactured. So how do you know that the people who gave this money were given? Did you see this? Did you know? I can assure you. How so? I can assure you this is manufactured because I've been there. Okay. You were in Bungoma over the weekend? I wasn't this weekend. Okay. I haven't attended Linda Mwananchi rally, but I've attended so many political rallies. I've attended who was doing URP what? Rallies, ODM rallies, UDA rallies, Jubilee. Okay, so hang on. Tell you. So hang on. You have seen with your eyes in UDA, Jubilee, URP rallies, ODM rallies, where people were given money and said, you go and contribute. You would be a stranger in Jerusalem if you think that is not what is happening. Hang on, I can tell you for sure. Hang on, Sawe, because you have made the claim. Yes. Not me. Yes. So I am asking you where you were that you saw individuals maybe in a vehicle, in bags, giving people money and saying, go and give money on the stage. You made the claim, so I'm asking you to back it up. They have said it themselves. When they divided these politicians, I remember that the day Sifuna left ODM, Junet was telling him that when did Uhuru's, and Sifuna answered that, indeed, when did Uhuru's money become bad money? When he was giving us money when we were in Azimio, it wasn't bad money, now it's bad money. And there is evidence, everything is leading to that direction. Okay, so I can assure you, the former president Uhuru Kenyatta is financing Linda Mwananchi. And Linda Mwananchi... Allow me to ask the question. Yes. My initial question, and I'd like us to stay there. Yes. The people of Kenya who were in the villages, who were coming out to these rallies,
give me an example historically, and history is even yesterday, historically, of these people who were giving out this money in the 100s or the 50s.